Yeah, we got to the Porsche Museum and just what a delight driving in Germany, with de-restricted on the autobahn in terms of speed. And yeah, I mean, you cruise at 180, 185. We were flirting with 200 periodically. And it's a thrill. And so it brings you back into the world of, wow, motoring's quite fun. But beyond that, it's fascinating, I think, to see how all the traffic, when you then come to a regulated zone, it might be 100 kilometers, might be 110, something like that. Everybody brakes and then does 100 or 110 kilometers because they've just been out there doing whatever they want to do in the de-restricted zone. I think it's a very good example of how if you give human beings some freedom, they then respond in kind. And the sort of driving standards and adherence to the rule of the road you see in Germany, I think, is unmatched anywhere in the world, purely because they have unrestricted speed limits and the great roads, of course. And I remember the yellow Lotus Elan that I'm lucky enough to own at the moment, the Jim Clark Elan that he drove in '67. He used to say to Javi Kronbach, driving that Elan to various races in '67 restored his love of driving on the continent. And I feel a little bit the same way about what Germany's just done for me in terms of just, yeah, I really love driving these cars. And in our case, it's the Cupra station wagon. And it did a great job for us. Anyway, we went to the Porsche Museum, which is very Ron Dennis, except there are a lot of people. So it's quite difficult to see all the minimalist whites and the grays. But you can see a lot of where Ron got his stuff from. Or was it where Porsche got their stuff from? Maybe they got it from Ron. Who knows? But very nice little cafeteria area, very, very McLaren, very Ron Dennis. And then all the cars out there. I say all the cars, beautifully done. And pleased to see that there was a very nice white Carrera 6 there. I think it's my favorite Porsche. I think it is. I used to love Carrera 6s, and that they were in '66 Carrera 6. And that they were production cars that basically, if I'd been older then with a bit more money, I could have gone and bought one from Porsche and raced one of those. I just love that concept, and I love the shape and the feel and the minimalist feel to the Carrera 6. A bit disappointed that there were no 9083s there, another of my favorite Porsches. And nor was the 62 Formula One car, the car that won the French Grand Prix, the only Grand Prix win for Porsche as a manufacturer, constructor, wasn't there. Probably at Goodwood, I guess. But there was this 61 Porsche, which was, I would imagine, at some point driven by Dan Gurney here in the sort of the workshop area where we couldn't go. We could see it through the glass and looked pretty nice there. But some lovely cars, some lovely 917s, the Martini Langheck 917, what a car. The 91710 twin turbo Can-Am car, what a car. So signing off now because I've spent so much time just I can barely get north of Germany. There's so much stuff that I've wanted to see that we're actually now, you may think I'm completely mad, but I'm actually now going to drive back to Spain. Also because there's quite an important meeting I need to do on the Tuesday after Estonia. So I need to be back in Spain for that. So driving up to Estonia, one thing. Coming back a long way, I wouldn't have done it for that meeting. So now we're going back to Spain, which is okay, and go back via Switzerland and take a different route back, which would be lovely. And then we're going to go up to Estonia middle of next week, and I'll be doing some more videos from up there. Looking forward to that very much. As I say, Ollie Solberg in Rally 1 Toyota, that's going to be fun to watch. But anyway, I like the idea of Estonia because it's like a sort of slightly more open version of the Rally of Finland. Not as many jumps, of course, but hopefully on the gravel, lots of slides and lots of drifts. That's what we go to rallies for, isn't it? So I hope you enjoy these little videos on the road trip. We're heading off back to Spain now, and I'll be doing some more when we get up to Estonia.